Hello everyone, and we are live to start coding up some more stuff on aliasnerd.com web application. So, wrapping up things here, I'm thinking about a week left before the month end. That would mean I've been working on this for a month. We did take, or I did take a week off to work on another project, commish.com. So essentially this will be a 3-week project. And I think we're pretty close to getting it ready to go live on the website and actually start using it. So I'm just going to clean up some things in the next week before that happens. First thing I want to start cleaning up is I want to figure out the home screen, at least get a start on the home screen and get that organized. So over the weekend I can do some long coding sessions just to clean up all the final bits and not worry as much about the user interface and the you know, all the different views and all that. I want all those nailed down, and the last one to do is the home screen. So one thing from the last project, all tests passed, 64 of 64, but we do now have 99.38 coverage. If I go over to the coverage, you can see the thing that we added last week, which is the video list based off of the project ID. That is not being tested, so I should quickly run a test on all of that. So let's see if we have Vim open anywhere. We do not. So can I move this over there, and then we will just open up Vim. And we'll write a test. So this is going to be our video controllers. So we'll pop open Control P, we'll let that cache all of the files in the directory. Take a few seconds. And we'll go into the videos controller test. And in here we'll have this should get index, and then I should also do one just to test that it works if we pass it the project ID. So this is just going to be a very simple test just to get code coverage up, and we're going to pass it project, and we should create a project. Actually, we don't need one for everyone, so we'll just create it down here. So we'll say project. Actually, we don't need to create one there. Sorry guys, we just need to do this. Projects, and then I think we can just call it 1. I'll open up here and go into the fixtures projects. So 1 is a good name. We'll call it projects 1. I think that's good. I'll run the test. I'm just going to verify if the code is looking for. I guess we have to go to Firefox for that. So params project, project ID is project. Yeah, so I think I do need to pass it the ID there. So I should just do that quick before I run the tests. Okay, so I think I can just tag ID onto the back of that and try running the test. So while that's running, I'm just going to explain what I'm thinking here. So if I go to the home screen, what is going on with this Postgres connection error? Bad connection, no file. Did this stop running Postgres? So PostgreSQL, this is a alias I have, PostgreSQL start. There's an actual line of code you run to start the Postgres server, or database I should say, but it's a long line, so I just created a bash alias called PostgreSQL start, and it does that for us. So let's try and do this over again. So we will do that. Not there. We want to go here and refresh, see if this is going to work now. Very good. So I'm not entirely sure why the database shut down, but I guess it does that every now and then. So it's got a restarter. All right, so here we are on our home screen. I'm not entirely sure about all of this yet, but it's good to get some sort of a baseline down for the entire site. You don't have to nail every aspect right away, and I think that's what a lot of people get hung up on. Is I was thinking, well, I don't really like this right now, but it works, so I'm going to leave it. And if I want to come up with a solution later on to change it, I can, but get everything working right away. So what's essentially happening with this site is we have projects that will be created through this website, and the projects themselves have screencasts of the development of the project, similar to how we're screencasting this aliasnerd.com production. It's going to be, that's the way all these things are going to be. So you can tune in to these live screencasts to watch how these projects get built up. And as I do more of them, they should get better and better. So this is just sort of the first one. So that's sort of the essential bit here. So what we want on this homepage is the top few projects, the latest projects, maybe one or two, and then a screen for the live, what's going on live right now. So as soon as you come to Alias Nerd, it'll be like the live screen, and then the project, the latest projects, which you can go into, or you can view all projects, and then there will be just a little about us description below that. So that's essentially what the homepage will look like. I want to start that today. So okay, so what I'm going to do then is check the okay, this is still not working. Oh, I didn't rename the test. So whoops, sorry. Let's go in and rename that test. So it should get index with a project's ID. It should get index with project's ID. Okay. So we'll run this. And I'm going to, I could be running guard, but I just want to run the one thing for now. Rake test, because I just want to run rake test because I want to get the coverage to go. And guard doesn't actually complete the coverage. So hopefully we're at 100% coverage and we can move on to doing this homepage. Just want to make sure I get the tests out of the way. I don't want to push tests off to the side and because they're never going to get written then. So these should all pass, I'm assuming. Yes. And 100% coverage. So we're back to all green on that. Double check. Alrighty. Looks good. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is start working on this. The very first thing will be, I'm going to just check if I can merge these buttons together because of this. This is one of these little things I probably shouldn't do today, but it's been on the back of my head ever since I did the last episode. Where is group buttons? Button groups. So I'll show you what it looks like and then we'll see if we can tweak the... Okay, where are we here? Why is this... Okay, here, there. Alright, so we just do button group. And then there's going to be nothing. Just type button, I guess. Okay, so let's just go into the code and see if we can get that to work. Where would that be? That would be maybe in shared. Do I have a shared? No, it's not in shared. It's in projects. View. Would it just be projects index. I don't think I did a partial for it. Doesn't look like I did do a partial for it. Weird. I'll break that out another time. But for now, what we're dealing with is these links. So essentially what I could do is get rid of, whoops. So we have the button group. Get rid of that one. I'm getting rid of these columns. So, and I can get rid of this row, I think. I think I do need end div there though. Okay, so that hopefully did this. Let's see what happened. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a, it did not. Oh, maybe, oh, it's because I have the block, probably. I think I set it to block before when it was in the columns. Class block, yeah. Okay, so we want to, whoops, grab this, and we'll just delete that. Whoop, that's not what I want. We'll delete that, and this one we will delete that. Save, and we will look at it again. Now while I'm just waiting here, one thing about code coverage, I've said this before, but I'll repeat it again in this video. The 100% code coverage is testing the unit tests, and it's the line of code. It doesn't mean that it's not like full coverage in all the different edge cases, which would probably require some other tests to be written, which I will do at a later time. But as long as every piece of code that I've written has a test that's actually hitting it, I'm happy at this point in time for like a little minimum viable product type of deal. So here we have the 3 buttons. I was hoping to maybe make that wider, so maybe there is a attribute for that. Sizing, and, nesting, vertical, oh interesting. Aha, I think this button group justified, that will do what I'm looking for. That's pretty cool. See, most of the time people have come up with ways to solve the same problems you have. So in this button group, I will, actually I'll do this, and save. And it looks like that's all I have to do. Just wrap a series of buttons in button group.button. That's what I did. Good. And this should push to the edge. And I don't even know if that'll look better, but what the heck. It shall be interesting, I think. Yeah, actually I don't mind that. It's great. I like it a lot better than what I originally had there. I don't need this 2 available, that's sort of taking up room. So what I want to do is yeah, I'll just grab it from here, and we will put that, where is that? Here's the link. Screencasts. Yeah, so I'll do this. Whoops. I guess I don't really need this stuff. Okay. There is a actually I should move this in front. I was going to put it in a little bubble, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just move it in front so it says number then screencast. Okay, and then space that, and then get rid of this. Okay, and then I can actually get rid of this whole line up here. Boom, boom, and that's done. Okay, just file that, save it. And then I want to I wonder if there's, I don't think there is, but in the grid you can have like broken up into a grid of different boxes. I don't think we can do that. No. I'm just wondering for a partial. I'm going to break this out into a partial. I don't know if I want to keep the columns in the partial or not. Probably I will. So I'll delete that, and then I'll save this, and I'll edit a new file called app views projects, and then underscore project panel. And then paste it in there, double tap that, and get that over there, save this, and I will head back over here and we'll change how this works here. So instead of that, inside this row, I'm going to do render partial, and it's called project panel, and that's going to be collection, I believe, at projects as project. I think this is how you do it. Boom, boom. Okay. So now I can get rid of this loop there. And this new project's going to get removed from there, but we'll do that later. Okay. Here we go. Rerun this. This is the index page, by the way, that's being rendered. I have it associated with the root right now, but we'll change that in a bit. Okay, so that's everything worked. So it brought the partial in. It seems to be working fine. I can't create a new one because I'm not signed in, but yeah, seems good. We have 2 screencasts. Excellent. And this is the it is the projects page. It's just I have the projects index page running through the root, which will change. The reason I wanted to partial it out because I want to use this exact same box in the home screen. So how should we do? So we need to have a brand new controller for that. Unless we use the projects controller, but it's a mix between projects and video. So I should create a brand new. So I'm going to do :E, then I'm going to do app, controllers, and then we'll do a new one, welcome controller, .rb. So this is going to be a class welcome controller. It's going to inherit from the application controller. And this is just going to have a, we'll call it an index. And the index is going to get a projects so this will just be project It's not really .all. I think we can just limit to 2. All right, so we're going to query clock IDs trying to. So I can just hit limit 5. Yeah, okay. That's all I want to do. Okay. So this will be a limit of 2, we'll say for now. We can change that later on. And that's all. That's the only thing I really need to query, because everything else is going to be, for now at least, everything else will be coming from the just hard coded, I guess. Yeah, okay. So let's run E. We will do tests. Let's see, controllers, and then welcome controller test.rb. So I need to require the test helper. I'm going to do test controller projects controller. I'm just going to copy. I just want the index. Okay. Boom. Okay, so this is going to get projects 1. Good. Don't need that. Should get index. Should assign projects. And that's it. Okay, so we need to create a view now for this. So we'll do app/views. This is going to be, oh, we needed a whole, shoot. We need a brand new directory for this. So we'll do make dir app views, and the directory will called welcome. Good. Now we can go back here and we can finish this off, say welcome, and we will say index.html.erb. And this, I'm going to do the project index, and I want to copy this over to here, and boom. Okay, now let's give this whole thing a name. I'm just trying to see I'll just write something. Ruby on Rails. Let's see here. Not necessarily learning Ruby on Rails, but just improving. I'll just say that that's enough. People can take what they want out of it. For now anyways. So then I'm going to do another, so I have videos page and I have a show. So I have this iframe which I want to steal. And that's going to go right here. And this actually, I'm going to erase all of that and all of this. The iframe size is perfect. That's good. And then I'm going to do another whole section down here. That's funny, now that I said section. I don't use a lot of HTML5 tags when I really should be. Because really all these div rows could be HTML5 sections, right? Okay. And this will be broken out into, I'm guessing, just 2 rows. I'm going to just do like an About Us section. There's a bunch of random information that people may ask. So let's see, div class call small 6. Okay, now there we go. And a couple h2 tags. About this page. So this is actually going to be that's better. Not this alias nerd. About. Okay. So I'm going to, for frick's sakes, there we go. Do this, and we'll say yeah, this looks good. So this is just setting up some basic sections. li pro. I don't remember all the specs on it yet, but I'll get that. I'll get the specs on that too. Okay, then this is going to be actually this should be And then another one here. Oops. Okay, let's see how this looks. So this is the welcome index page, and so we just need to go to the routes and switch over our root route to hitting up this. Welcome index. Perfect, so let's give it a whirl. Let's refresh this thing. Missing template. Ooh, so I have to, I just have to move that over to the shared. So let's go over here and say move the app views project panel. I'll move that to app views shared project, yeah, panel.html.erb. Perfect. So now we'll go back over here, and inside of we have two things. We have the view project index there we go, found it. So this is going to be shared, and also in the welcome oh, it's because it's not cached into the control P. Just gotta do that quick. Welcome index, shared folder. There we go. So now we can go try this again. Now that the template is in the proper location. Okay, so we have our cool. We have all the stuff. These might want to get jazzed up a little bit, but for now that's cool. We have the my setup. We need a thing to say latest projects, and we need a thing saying a button that says view all. So we'll go do that now. So how are we hitting this up? That we're doing that with H1s. So I think H2s are cool for that. So I'm going to do that here too. So we'll do an H2. Latest projects. And then after this, we're going to do a link to, let's say, view more projects. And that is under the projects path. And we'll add a class to this, and the class will be button and button small, just the SM, and the button primary. I may switch that out not to be primary, but instead just to be a default, because the primary I believe is blue, and I may not want it to be so in your face. Let's just check that out. So one thing I'm thinking of doing is this bar here that I added last time. I think I want to try and get everything squeezed up top here. So there's a big search thing in the middle, and then the home projects and videos is all up here. Okay, so we do have a latest projects. So this more view more projects button should be at the bottom. So that means we just have to pull it out of there and put it right there. That solves that problem. This one, I'm just going to go over here. I think there's we're probably text centering it. So I might as well just do it since I'm pretty sure that's what we do. Class text center. Good. I might actually throw that into, I wonder if I can put it right into here. Text center. Or is it just going to be the H2 tags? Let's see. Don't like it centered down there. And this should be centered as well. So let's take off the text centered from here. So we'll do that, and I wonder if let's div this sucker up and just say text center. That's the nice thing about buttons is you can center the text and it centers the button. And then we'll just simply do a closing div there. And I'm going to stick in some horizontal rules for above the latest projects and below the view more. Perfect. Yeah, this left justified is much better. So obviously this is way too tight to the bottom, so we will have to adjust that at some point. But for now, my main concern is the HRs. So we'll do some HR, and then we'll put another one right above here. I don't think I'll need one up there. One thing I will do is okay, so we're just going to do a render partial, and it's going to be in the shared folder again. And I'm going to call this one subs panel. And that's about it. So I'll save that, and then we will I just have to create that, otherwise it's going to complain. So that's an app views shared subs panel .html.erb, and I'll complete that later. But for now, I'll save that. Whoops. Wait a minute, that's not what I wanted. So we're in views. Actually, I'm just going to quit all because this, and then I'll go back in. So I'm going to grab the live stream and just see if I can get that to run. Projects. No, I want welcome. And that's going to go right here. SRC. So let me just grab that. should work. Perfect. Let's head on over here and see. We have the space for the video right there, but the video is not there yet. So if we refresh, we'll have our HR show up and we'll have the video hopefully show up. Missing partial. Did I double? Yeah, I doubled that. That's easy fix. Spelt it wrong. Oh yeah, you don't need the. There we go. We got our HRs there nicely. Not entirely sure why that's not showing up, but this is looking good. Let's inspect this for a second. Now maybe I'm missing something here, but let's run a search here and see. Um, okay, so if I go, it's weird. I wonder why. Okay, so I'm just going to copy another. Okay, that's probably what I want. I wonder if this changes depending on the. It probably does. Now I can probably do. I could do like auto start. All right, so I'm going to do. There is this thing for auto starting, but I'm not too sure about that yet. But the problem is, I don't think this. I think that changes. The ID changes every time. So let me just double check. Embed YouTube live stream channel. You can easily do this with using the search list method using this. Yeah, I wonder if you can just do that with Rails. Oh, they are so against live streaming API version 3. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to probably end up using an API to get this to work the way that I want it to. I'm surprised there's no... There's some strategy for YouTube. That's core. I'm going to try, where's the little guy? Tender Love. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Not even close. Anyways, it's sort of working. It's not probably exactly what I want it to do, but I'll figure it out. The essentially, yes, so essentially it's going to be, you come on, this stuff will hopefully be pushed up into the top bar. The video will be here live playing, so I should just check this out. YouTube embed auto start. So we'll get it to auto start, so we'll just start playing. Yeah, come on down here. Autoplay 1. Okay, so I'm just going to add this, so it'll auto play, it should anyways. Good. Full screen, frame border 0, good. Excellent, so this is actually working out. So this should auto start playing here. Once this loads, there'll be a bar, which I haven't done yet, on the bottom for subscribing and things like that. There will be a latest projects here, so you can quickly get over to the different projects. There will be the About Us stuff down there. This is auto starting. Oh, does YouTube not work in this Ubuntu? Maybe it's just the embed. Interesting. I think it should. Let me just click on this. Yeah, so it's just this player. Okay. Adobe Flash Player is required for video playback. I guess because YouTube is probably running it off HTML5 video player. This is running a Flash player. So we're on Linux 32. Oh my goodness. Boring. Okay, so I'm going to do Ubuntu Flash player. Just want a simple command. An apt-get. Enable multiverse browser shown here. Oh my god. That's a lot of shit for just one line of code. Okay, package management, multiverse. Oh my god. Just give me the, there we go. And we'll paste this in there to get the multiverse. Boom, 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 boom. And then we will do what the other guy said and install command slowness. There, the Flash plugin installer. Boom. I wonder how long this will take. Anyways, let's just get this video running on here, which is not really that necessary. So I just have to fill this information out. Let's work on that bar across the bottom before I go today. Oh, that's done. So let's apt-get install this. Go over here and we will work on the shared subs panel. Okay, things are moving ultra slow all of a sudden. It is installing Adobe Flash plugin. Alright, so in here, let's create a let's create some horizontal this is all really big. I just want some buttons. Go over CSS to buttons, and then I'm going to probably just have some buttons go across the bottom there. Yeah, that's all I want. No big deal. right across the bottom. Check how this is going. Good. So Flash plugin installed. We can get rid of this. Local open. There we go. No. I have Flash, you moron. What's it doing? There we go. It's working. This is going to get annoying though, so I'm going to okay. Vector smash protection is enabled. Let us go into here and we will create these link tos. Okay, why is this running super slow? So there we go. Okay, so we'll create these link to. What should I link to? Subscribe. Okay, I'm just going to create a bunch of this. Actually, we'll do the class. And this is going to be a button and a button primary and a button small. Fix a bunch of stuff that went wrong there. Okay, button, okay, so that's good. This one is going to be donate. There we go. For now, let's see here. I guess we do need a I wonder if we can do the link here. Okay, so we're going to have get bootstrap. Oh yeah, I'm looking at buttons and the button link. That's what I'm looking for. Now this is already going to produce a link, but if I have a class button link, I think it does a lot of the margin stuff for me here. Yeah, so it gets it all in line perfectly. So button link, okay. So here I'm going to do div class pull left. And then do that. And then I'm going to do class pull right. And div that out. And this is going to be Whoops. Um, hmm. All right, I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna add some icons to that, but for now, I'll just see what it looks like. Unexpected keyword. Da 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 da. It does not like this. Oh yeah, I forgot the comma probably. That might help. I'm just thinking. It might help. It always helps to do the proper syntax. Always. And it's typically the problem that shows up the most. Let's see what we got here now. Ah, beautiful. So what we need is, so that works out perfectly. Subscribe, donate, I like this. And then the share button. Okay, so one thing I want to do is look up the, sorry, go back here, Bootstrap. Now inside buttons we can add, I believe they're called alerts. Holy, this is really pushing this VirtualBox to the limit here, running all this stuff. So we got components and then alerts, I think. Not like alerts like the banner across the top, but there are these little tiny things. These little, oh no, those are the banners. What am I thinking of then? Badges. No, it's either badges or labels. So, can we stick a label inside of a button, do you think? Nope, just badges it looks like. I could probably do it. I could try it, but okay, so this button, I wonder how I can do that with the Rails link to. I know I've done it before. Rails link to with badge. You're using a content for, I think. You can do, yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense just to run a do. Okay, so the way you do that is you simply do, whoops, no, not that. You leave that there, and then here you run, you do a do, and then you can write in whatever you want. So you can write in subscribe, and then run that, and then we can, whoops, end like that. And I'll just change what this says. and we can see how that looks. All right, so there we go. We got this little subscribe with the price in it. Beautiful. Now, unfortunately, this is hugging this now. I wonder why that would be. It still has the margin. Scroll down here. Okay, so it still has the is that margin or padding? It has padding. Has zero margin. Well, it doesn't have any margin either. It's weird. They don't have margins. Wonder what's generating that for it right there. Because it doesn't have it on the actual button, the A-link. There must be a margin. Here, no, I'll select this one. There's no margin there. Margin bottom. Like, funny enough, it doesn't look like there's margin anywhere. Very weird. Anyways, that looks great. The HR, obviously something's going wrong there, so I do need to execute a div class clear span. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll just call it that for now. Okay, so inside of Bootstrap there is something called clear, I believe. CSS. And there's the helper classes. And clear fix. Clear fix. And clear fix will fix that HR problem I'm having, the horizontal rule. Perfect. So now that that's going to be fixed, let me just think here. I'm going to put some icons ahead of those. So let's head on over to, whoops, I guess they'd be at the other section here, components. And we will add, let's just scroll down here. Here, this is what I want, this line. And then we'll select whatever we want after. Okay, and then here, going to do the same thing there and do and then close that off. All right, and then I will pick some icons. So let's see the available ones. So I want a heart for this one. Okay, so we will do glyphcon heart, and that will also be for this one. Change word. Oops. Heart. And then we need one for the, what would it be? I guess views. So I'm going to head back on over to here, and we will see about the views. Now it could be an eyeball, something just to represent views. There's an eyeball. Eye open. So we will go back here and pick eye open. So eye open. Let's just leave it at that for now. And we will refresh this page. Stringify keys. Oh yeah, maybe I forgot to. Yes, I did. I'm doing a block with the link to, and I have to take out this bit right here. Actually want to do that. So what we did here is we fixed the clear fix for the line. We added icons to all the little things, well, most of the things in that bar, that subs bar. And we'll just see how that looks. Yeah, so the HR is totally fixed. We have a heart for the likes. We have an eyeball for the views, I suppose, or we'll figure out what to do there. I like this. This is telling me something's probably screwed up there, but I do like this. This worked out perfectly. Okay, let me just look at that code quick. So it's the link to the thing, do. The span seems to be fine. Well, it does accept that. I'll just stick this in for now. This is terrible to do, but whatever. Margin left. Can't remember what I did before. 10 pixels. I think I did 5, which is what I'm going to try. And I think that's going to be a wrap for the front page. I think I got it laid out the way I want it. I'll come up with some nice little point forms to put here to fill out the bottom section. Oh, this did not work. Oh, I did margin left. That is why. Right. Okay, so as that is updating, I'm going to go into here and I wonder what was I doing here? What is this security thing? I just stopped transport. Weird. I want to do rake test. And then I'm going to do a git push. There we go. Everything's straightened out with the buttons. That looks very good. This looks fine. Load more projects. Probably that doesn't have to be primary. That can just be a default button. And then I just need a footer on that page, and that'll fix that. Once I move these into the top bar, that'll clean up that as well. Yes, I'm very happy. This browser is not meant to be displaying this video like this. Let's check our tests out. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, I'm going to close this down because it seems to be eating a lot of the resources. I'll also close that tab down. Control exit out of there. See, rake test this. I think I can go in here and get rid of this. Change that button back to a default. We have 0 failures. So let's check our coverage. Coverage at 100%. That's good. Get our git status. We have some new files, beauty, and we have some edited files. We're looking at I'm not 100% sure why this git coverage or this coverage is being accessed. Why is it tracking that? Because I look at this every time. I think maybe I don't have an asterisk next to the. Oh, I do. Coverage. These coverage log files, I don't get why it's. Weird. Let's go ahead and just add everything. So we'll add all that. We'll commit. Well, I'll just check status to see, make sure everything added. Yes, it did. So we will git commit with the message of worked on home page view. It's pretty much all we were working on today, just a home page view. I like it. Git push origin master. Git status. We're good. GitHub. Alias nerd. So we got worked on homepage, everything's up. Booyah. Okay, so that's all we're going to do today. I'm pretty happy actually with it. All I really want to do is get an idea of what I want to do for the homepage. So that is what was accomplished today. We have an idea. That's not going to load. That's fine. I got the basic structure down. Obviously, there's some tweaking that needs to be done. Two main things I need to work on before the week's end is the footer and then fix the header so I get the menu to work out better up there so I can get rid of that extra line of height. And yeah, so that is where that's at. The projects page is essentially, there's not much there. That's just viewing all the projects as an index. So that'll work. The videos, you can go through and check the videos based on the project. That works. Everything just works there. Don't really need to do anything there. I will work on the subscribe and the like and all that functionality of that subs bar. That has to be done, but that shouldn't take too long. That should be fine. And yeah, so we're getting there. Hopefully one more week and that thing will be ready to put onto the live server and you can access it. So thanks for watching and we'll talk to you later.